The term pulling off a Serra was coined when Ultimate Fighter Season 4 winner Matt Serra pulled a stunning upset and dethroned the welterweight champion GSP. This moment highlights the unpredictable nature of MMA and how some underdogs managed to secure the unexpected victory. For this week, we are putting the spotlight on some MMA underdogs who beat the odds. Randy Couture has been defying the odds since the early days of MMA. No one expected him to beat no known weaknesses Belfort to earn a title shot. The natural had a controversial win against Pedro Hizo during his heavyweight reign, but managed to prove the doubters wrong in their rematch. In UFC 68, Captain America came back from retirement. He then dethroned the heavyweight champion of that period, Tim Sylvia, in dominant fashion. As he said in the interview after his win,
"Not bad for an old man."
Forrest Griffin is respected by the MMA community for his contributions to the sport and his entertaining style. In UFC 76, he was supposed to be a sacrificial lamb for the debuting Shogun Rua, Pride's best light heavyweight at the time. He submitted the Pride Grand Prix winner, which earned him a shot at the UFC light heavyweight title. He won the championship from Rampage Jackson in UFC 86. I hated Michael Bisping after his controversial win over Matt Hamill. DJ Mikey B portrayed himself as a villain and was really good at pissing people off. Even though I didn't like him, I respect the hell out of the Count. Winning against Anderson Silva and avenging his losses to Rockhold and Dan Henderson while doing it with a glass eye is something no lesser man can pull off. Imitation is the best form of flattery. Chris Weidman copied his mentor's work and knocked out the great Anderson Silva. He then had to defend his newly won UFC middleweight title against a murderer's row of contenders. His rematch with the Spider ended with a freak accident. He went to a decision against a re-emerging Lyoto the Dragon Machida. He also defeated a TRT-induced form of Belfort to secure his reign. Debuting in the UFC against a ranked Fabricio Verdum, no one thought that the unknown Junior Dos Santos would knock out the skilled grappler. He racked up 7 wins against some solid competition to secure a title shot. Cigano defeated a prime Cain Velasquez for the heavyweight crown in 64 seconds. Fabricio Verdum is a veteran of the sport. Vicavallo fought for organizations like Pride, Strikeforce, and the UFC. He was released from his UFC contract after his loss to Dos Santos. No one thought that the UFC reject would get a submission win against the greatest heavyweight fighter of all time, Fyodor Emelianenko. The win catapulted him back to the UFC, where he managed to capture the UFC heavyweight title from Cain Velasquez. UFC Hall of Famer and former lightweight champion Frankie Edgar had a huge task ahead of him when he fought the unbeaten Tyson Griffin for his debut. The answer won against Griffin, and after racking up some wins, he fought a feared version of BJ Penn for the lightweight belt. He won against the Prodigy 3 times. His trilogy with Gray Maynard also established his legacy, where he won the 3rd fight with a knockout.